You know what I hate the most lately? I see a lot of companies that when they start up, they're brushing up to you. They're like cozying up to you, like they're your friend, and it's like, oh, let's be besties. Let's be besties, and you know, produce goodwill together and have like this cool symbiosis. And people, start investing and purchasing from that company. And the moment they start getting a monopoly, that's when they're like, okay, we're not your friends anymore. We decided that we're going to have the most draconian terms of service, and we're going to do the worst things imaginable because you have nowhere left to go, Saka. This is why I hate socialism, by the way, because they want the government to become the company that really has the monopoly so that they can behave in the same way. Because I feel like this is not, it's not like companies are a different entity. They're still run by human beings. And this is how human beings think. Like the moment that they have a monopoly, that's when they become assholes. Every single goddamn time. So what am I talking about? Like Steam is a company that a lot of gamers like. It manages to maintain communion with the gamer. To the point that I know journalists working at publications in California now, and they're afraid to write bad articles about Steam because they get attacked by gamers. So, because Steam is so popular, brick and store shops are going out of a business. I mean, think about it. People don't find it inconveniencing to have actual games anymore, like the physical disc. Instead, they like to have a library where all the games are there, and if they log on from another machine, they can just log on the Steam account and download all their games. It's a lot better, right? And I've been warning people. It's like, look, right now, God's gift to mankind, Gabe Newell, is running Steam. But in the future, you might have a person that has like half the skinhead haircut, half the Make-A-Wish Foundation haircut, like they get like, and they only cut like half of the hair, and the other part they dye it blue. You know what I'm talking about, and that person can be, all right, we decided that we want Steam to be a safe path, and if we see you being naughty, even on other platforms, we're going to shut down your entire library, and you're going to lose access to all your games. And like, yeah, I can see that happening, and I don't want it to happen. But it has happened. So today, there was a man who lived in Russia long ago, and he got in a spat with a Steam moderator. Now, apparently, he called the moderator the word that starts with F and ends with T, and it makes Carlos Maza apathy. As well as what Steam describes extreme racismus. Now, I do not know the difference between extreme racismus and basic bitch racismus. But again, like this was on the internet. If this is described as extreme racismus, how would you describe a Democrat dressing up as a spooky ghost and burning a cross in front of some house? Because you need like terms of comparison. And if you use this as extreme, you run out of terms of comparison for other more serious issues. That would be like probably ultra mega super deluxe racism. I don't know. No, I'm joking right now. But like, this is my point. We don't know what he said. But he actually had this private conversation with the moderator. And within that conversation, he spammed some racial slurs, I guess. And this is why they shut down his entire account. And I take a lot of umbrage, a new word, umbrage, with this. Because think about it. You're basically allowing them to have the foot in the door where they normalize the idea that they can just Thanos your entire account. And the thing is, like, this is something that really annoys me with companies nowadays. I get it. Private company can do whatever it wants. I don't know who's the retard that came up with this, because companies can't do whatever they want. Like, look at how regulated the pharmaceutical company is, like drinks companies, cigarettes companies. Like, all the companies are very heavily regulated, except the internet, because it's quite new. Like, the internet is indeed the Wild West. And no one is okay with, like, no regulations. I don't know, like, are the ANCAPs taking over? And it's just bizarre. But anyway, no, so the problem that we're having is that if you look at a company like Ubisoft, Okay, you purchase a game from Ubisoft under the terms of service that are now. And then the terms of service change. And this actually has happened. What I'm going to tell you now is going to just baffle you, but like trust me, it's real. So they changed the terms of service, and if you don't agree with it, you lose access to all your previous games. And you agree that, for example, if you stream a Ubisoft game, they own your face. I'm not making it up. Like, they own your face. Like, they can use your face in a promo, for example, or they can use your face to model an NPC. But wait, there's more. I'm not making this up. If your mother walks in the room and then her face is on the stream, they own her face as well. But if your mother then sues them for them using her face, they can then sue you because you allow her on the stream without having permission for her consenting on her face being used by Ubisoft. Like, no, read the terms of service. Everything that I said is in there. Bewildering, isn't it? Yes, private company can do whatever it wants. So this is like my problem with this. You know, I don't want companies to be able to just retroactively make terms of service and then have the ability to shut down your account so that you lose all of your games. All of the money that you invested, boom, gone. And the reason that pisses me off is that there are morons out there, like drool dripping moron, absolute imbecile, the lowest of the low. They legitimately think this is about racism. They actually think that Steam gives a flying fuck about the potty mouth of a Russian person in Moscow. Like, let's be honest. Can we have like two neurons to go like and have like a synapse so we can think about this a little bit more? Why would Steam give a flying fuck? Why do you think they care? Like, no. The thing that they care about is making money, profit, mullah, chaka-ching. Look at Ubisoft, okay? I do not want what's happening at Ubisoft with their Uplay shit to happen on Steam, which is why I speak out, and I encourage other people to speak out. Now, you may believe that speaking out doesn't work, and you're going to be gaslighted by a lot of people that start with F and end with T and make Carlos Mother apathy, that are going to be, it's like, yeah, no, don't speak out, you're fool, you're stupid, you should. Sometimes when people speak out, companies actually listen. They listen. And I'll give you an example with Steam. When they listen to the people at California, which were recommending that everything that has to do with La Gente, bro, gets removed from Steam. And people complain, and then Gabe Newell fought a little bit, and it's like, well, it's not illegal, gives us money, why not? So, because people spoke out, there you go. A company changed its decision, changed its policy. You should speak out. But what's more interesting, and this is something that no one talks about, like besides the thing with the racismus and whatnot, the Russian guy claims that the Steam moderator knew his name. So yeah, like he says that like literally every cockroach at this company gets access to my private information. And that's a like, really good question. Because people who are moderators, like they're paid the lowest of the low. Like they're plebs taken from the street. You know, you might think they're, oh wow, they have such a position of power, they can ban a Steam account. Yeah, but within the company, they're quite low ranking. Like literally anyone, you know, it doesn't require training to become into a low position. And why do they have access to your name? That is just bizarre, bewildering. So anyway, it seems that this guy is going to sue Steam. And I think he will win. And I'll tell you why. Unlike America, where it is the Wild West, here we live in civilized lands, especially in Russia, apparently, where the law of the country is supreme. Like, I don't care about your shitty terms of service. You take that bullshit away. You take that shite away. And let's look what the legislation says. And the law in Russia is quite clear that the company has no right to impose speech regulation when they sell a license or product. So yes, YouTube can do that, but Steam cannot. So because Steam is not a platform where, like what they can do, I suppose, is they could forbid you from talking with other people, forbid you from seeing your friends list. Like, they can do that. But what they couldn't do is to take away your games that you paid for. That is theft. It literally is. It's like even a car company, like let's say a car company that sells a van and a chomo uses it to give candy to leftists. The company will not take the van away. Like once you buy a product, it's yours. Now, I understand because the internet is new and this is not very regulated and a lot of people don't understand. But in Russia and in Europe, they understand very well. Like, if you buy something digitally, the company, and you paid for it normally, the company can't take it away. Like, it's illegal. Now, here's another cool thing in Europe, which doesn't exist in America. There is an entire branch of the government that sues companies on your behalf. Like, you don't actually have to file a lawsuit and find your lawyer. No. You go to this company, you file a complaint, and if they consider that is legit, they actually, with government money, sue the company on your behalf. And they win quite a lot. In fact, I think it's the only, according to the Russian, is the only thing that actually works in Russia. That company which sues other, that government arm which sues other companies, that's the only thing that probably works in Russia. The Romanians have one as well. It's called OPC, the Office of Consumer Protection, OCP, I guess. And you go there, you whine, and my God, like, so often does it happen. Not only do they sue like a restaurant that has a fly in your soup or whatever, they can even send the health inspection, they can even send the tax inspection. Like, you do not want people, like, do you know how nice companies are in my country? Like, can you imagine, like, because they know that you can do this to them, so all of a sudden, like, they're really cool and chill. It's going to be interesting to see where this lawsuit goes. I heavily disavow Steam taking away the games from people. Like, if you want to do that, give them a refund. Give them a refund. Why do you want to sleep with racist money under your pillow? That's horrible. You know, can you imagine? Like, if you're an upstanding moral leftist, can you imagine, like, having racist dollars in your wallet? Oh. But no, like, and it's not even that. Like, I haven't heard people, like, this is something else that they use. It's like, oh, we want to be inclusive, so we want to kick the racist. How many people complain right now? Like, right now, how many people complain that they're not using Steam because of racists? Have you actually heard that complaint? Because I haven't. But anyway, like, if someone is racist, mute them, block them. Like, whatever happened to the good old days where if you're an asshole, individual people will mute and block you until you realize you have to change. Like, the change came from inside. It's like, well, no one speaks to me. No one talks to me. I need to change. What happened with that? Self-policing. Oh, horrible. My God, like, I do not understand the mentality of some people. Like, defund police, but have corporate police. It's like RoboCop fanboys, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, right. So, if Steam wants to do this, then just mute people. Like, you can forbid their access to the forums. You can forbid their access from... I guess you can't really forbid access from talking with support. But again, like, there's a person that's being paid for it. Like, the support guy can mute them or something. I don't know. Just, to me, this is just not right. And you know, is it because I'm a leftist, though? Like, I have to wonder, like, why do I get so upset? And I do consider myself a leftist, but the left has left me long ago. What I used to consider leftism was... the little guy can get oppressed from companies, religion, and government. Like, that always was the case, right? Why? Because they have more money, they're more powerful entities. And the left was there to help. That's how I viewed it. It's like the power in the many. You have issues with these entities, and the left was there to make sure that there is a balance and you feel represented. Now the left is cheering whenever a company does it. It's like, yes, very progressive, such progressive. It's like, is this normal? But anyway, right. Plus, I don't think, like, gaming companies would like this. Like, do you think game companies would love, like, because that's the thing. You're not actually, like, Steam is not the one that's selling you the game per se. It's like the game developer has a contract with Steam. and they both sell you the game and Steam takes a cut. Like, that's how it works, right? So the gaming company probably doesn't want Steam to just ban you from their game. That's another thing that should be put on a conversation. Anyway, right? Thank you for watching me. I don't know why you watch me. I'm boring, aren't I? Huh? You know, I even have some leftists on this channel, so I try to be a little bit more on the middle and see it from their side, but like sometimes I just don't. It's like I'm trying to explain it to them. It's like, this is not about racism, all right? It's just a company power grabbing. And the fact that the moderator has access to your private information, that's also like, what the so I hope we're going to get an update on this trial soon. And let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the comment sections.